Hi dear children, teaching community. My subject is English literature with specialization in English language teaching. I have finished my education degree from Mahatma Gandhi University. I have been in the teaching field for more than 1.5 decades. I taught at various institutes and under different designations. I worked as mentor at Rajiv Gandhi International Institute of Information Technology, Basara, and I also worked as teacher under the Ministry of Maldives. Reading extensively and writing poetry by weaving ideas are two of my favorite hobbies. My core strengths are introspection and retrospection. I analyze about myself and the society and tune myself in order to fit into the society. Sensitivity is my weakness. Sometimes others may take advantage of my sensitivity. My mission is to die as an established poet in English. Simultaneously, I wonder if I could inspire future citizenry to have higher expectations in life. Students, just like my introduction, I also need to introduce topic. Intro is a clipped word or short form of introduction. Introduction to the topic. Before introducing the topic, I would like to tell you a tongue twister. Amidst the mists and coldest frosts, with stoutest wrists and loudest boasts, he thrusts his fists against the posts and still insists he sees the ghosts. Just like we celebrate festivals, sometimes our tongue need to celebrate a festival. That's why I have read a tongue twister, and I will share a poem. Some words are light as feathers of birds in flight. Others are heavy. Dark trucks are hired to fill with black words. Life would dark, form an arc life. See, dear students, just like life has a positive side and negative side, similarly, in order to explain a positive side of the life, we use colorful words, and in order to explain dark side of the life, we use dark words. Now children, before going any further, let me ask you a question. What did I do? I recited a tongue twister and shared a poem using language skills, LSRW, listening, speaking, reading, writing. Children, what is common in the both activities? The most common thing is building blocks of words. Children, it's very, as you know, a building can be built by bricks. Similarly, a language can be built by its own words. It's time to guess you. It's time for you to guess the topic. The topic of the day is how to build students' vocab or vocabulary. Children, for productive purposes, you need 3000 to 5000 words. Productive purposes or productive skills are speaking and writing. For receptive purposes, receptive skills are listening and reading. You need to acquire as many as 7000 to 10,000 words. Here Robert Lado suggested 7000 words. Children, there may be a question. Continuously, anybody may ask you a question. What is the right age to expand one's vocabulary? Here I need to quote none other than Professor, educational psychologist Thorndike. According to Thorndike, ability to learn increases rapidly up to the age of 20, and learning ability will be steady for another 5 years. After that age, it drops very slowly until one reaches 35 years, and again it drops a bit more quickly but still slowly after that age. That means anybody can learn words, anybody can expand his vocabulary, his or her vocabulary anytime, but the right age is up to 20 years. Dear children, you all fall under this category and it is right time to learn words. Then what is needed in order to improve your word power? What is the prerequisite? Prerequisite is urge to learn new words. You need to have a burning desire to learn new words. Then what might be the method? Method may be very simple, essence of simplicity. Keep squeezing every ounce of learning out of every waking moment. Just like a child, you need to be a riddler, puzzler, or always a question box. Children, last but not least, urge to learn new words should be continued throughout your life. It is not for a day or year, but it's lifelong process. Now, there is objective for everything, and similarly there is objective for this session. Children, I don't believe in teaching, because teaching without learning is not useful. So I always believe in learning. So hence, now I am neither teaching nor scratching at your brain by taking a class. I am going to be simple like simpleton, humble like humbleton. However, I am going to generate lot of ideas, prompts, cues via sharing info with you. So primary objective is generation of ideas. Secondary objective is to inspire children by inculcating a habit of learning new words. Last but not least, the third objective is to reach the targeted audience, that is 6th to 10th. Children, now let's back to the pavilion and let's talk about the main topic, and the topic of the day is umpteen ways of expanding one's vocabulary. Expanding vocabulary in lifetime is very important. So students, just like generation of ideas, multiplication of numbers, your word power can also be augmented at a rapid pace, but you need to follow 5 vital steps in order to improve your vocabulary. Step 1, you need to be receptive to fresh words. You need to receive, or you need to be receptive to the new words. Words will never come chasing after you. In fact, it is you who should always keep looking for novel words in your reading and listening, so that you can expand your horizons of vocabulary. A second and most important step is, children, you need to read 24/7. You need to become an vociferous reader or a bookworm. You get supply of words from books, newspaper, magazines, internet. Third step to grow your vocabulary is, make an educated guess at unfamiliar words. You see children, you need not skip when you come across a unfamiliar words. You need to think, you need to take little time, then puzzle out the meaning of unfamiliar word from the context. So learning words is always learning words with meaning and comprehending it, so that you may use in your own sentences. Fourth, students, fourth step is, you need to be open to new ideas. Your mind should be wide open like Pandora's box. or crocodile's mouth. Children, I am not asking you to open your mouth because mosquitoes may go into it, which is not that is not my topic. I am just asking you to open your mind for new ideas. And you see, students, whatever we learnt till date is nothing but a translation of an idea or thought. So you need to think about human areas of knowledge like science, arts, music, hobby, philosophy, art, etc. And you may be interested in any one of the topics. Then you need to attack the topic, or you need to attack the subject methodically by reading from easiest to the most obtuse book. Last but not least, the fifth and important step is set a target. Set a target to learn several thousands of words. You can set a target to find umpteen words in your reading daily. If you look for words, they will be all around you like public. If you are ready for them, they are ready for you. What you need is initial push. You need to push your brain. You need to cultivate a hobby of finding new words and learning them by following different strategies. Children, once you gain the momentum, this word addiction is like addiction to drugs, and which is well worth of cultivating. So by setting a target, you can learn several thousands of words in an year, and by that you can expand your vocabulary. Children, second important technique or step to improve one's vocabulary is word association. Let me repeat it, word association. Word association is like any other normal associations. Example, movie artists association. Children, the best way is to connect a new word with something familiar. In that way you can learn lot of words. Here I would like to give you an example. Aristate. Aristate, the meaning of aristate is bearded. Bearded. This word aristate can be used to describe bristled grass or leaves. Now children, you can compare this word aristate with Aristotle, the bearded Greek ancient philosopher. In that way you can remember the meaning of the word aristate in a funny way. Such type of technique is called as mnemonic technique of learning words. You can improve your vocabulary by this mnemonic device, and which is a memory trick to learn lot of words. Children, apart from that, word association webs or connection catalogs are also possible. Word association is very simple. Link the new information with the known information. Link the new information with the known information. For example, whatever you read, your mind takes, and your mind divides it into ideas or images. Children, in all the words are, some words are always interconnected. For example, let's play a game star. If I tell you the word star, your mind can anticipate and race with ideas, and you may tell me lot of words connected to star. Example, spangle, galaxy, sky, gases, helium, astrologer, astronomy, sprinkle, glitter, glassing, gleam, black holes, cosmology, and so on. In this way you can go on connecting words, and you can connect these words in a stipulated time, and all the words should be connected to the keyword. So now I told you two techniques in word association. First technique is mnemonic device, and second technique is word association web. Thirdly, you can also amplify your vocabulary by learning collocations. Collocate is equal to collocate. Collocations are co-occurring or coexisting word combination. Just like members of a family journey together, some words frequently travel in their world in groups. Such words are called as collocations. Collocations coexist and co-occur. For example, pitch dark, naked truth. So they are bound and found to be together. A collocation can be formed in different ways. Firstly, you can add an adjective plus noun, then you can form a collocation like blackboard, green board, white board, black bird, green bird, white bird, etc. You can also add verb plus noun. When you add verb plus noun, you can get lot of collocations like ride bike, horse, drive car or bus. A noun plus verb, you can form a collocation by adding verb to noun. When you add a verb to noun, you can see collocations like sun shines, sun glows, sun gleams, sun glints, etc. Noun plus noun, a collocation can be formed by adding two nouns like youth club, village lads, school kids, etc. So collocation is very important in learning words, and this collocation you can see this topic in 8th class. Children, now you are going to get a new thing. You are going to learn a new way to improve your vocabulary. Till now you might have learnt or listened about car keys or home keys, which are very important to you. But now you are going to listen and learn about word keys, which are very important to improve vocab or mental lexicon, word power, whatever you say, and it is a vocabulary which decides the life of a child or a person. Children, word keys, by knowing word keys you can learn vocabulary instantly. Now I am going to take four examples. See children, though you may not know word keys, you know about suffixes and prefixes. Both suffixes and prefixes together are called as affixes. Now children, let me take key number 1, re. The meaning of re is back or again. Children, let me write it on the board. Key number 1, re. Back or again. Children, there are many examples like recapitulate, reiterate, reverse, re-establish, reincarnation, etc. Now children, let us take a word for analysis. Word analysis. Re is equal to back. Iter gives the meaning second time. Re is prefix. Iter is Latin root, and ate is cause. Hence reiterate is repeat or say again. Children, second example, again come is prefix and come. Second example, able, we are taking able which is suffix, and the meaning of able is can do. Now let us take a word comfortable, and come is a Latin, come is a prefix which means with. Fort is Latin root, it was derived from fortis, which means strength. Able, I already told, able is can do. So comfortable is able to do something with ease. Children, similarly third example is age, age, the meaning of age, the suffix age, the meaning of suffix age is act of, state of, result of. Now let us take one example, cour, Cour is derived from cor cur, a Latin root, and when added with age, act of, ous is the another suffix which means full of, and in this way you can know the meaning of words and you can learn several thousand words. And fourth example is dis, and word for analysis is dis means deprive or take away. Word for analysis is discreditable. Discreditable is unbelievable. Children, now a word can be changed into many forms. Just like coronavirus has different forms, words of English in multitudes have multiple forms. Here I will take a word for example. Children, we can take beauty, and beauty is noun, beautification is also noun, beautify is verb, adjective form is beautiful, adverb form is beautifully, and similarly creation noun form, creator is also noun form, and there are 4 forms for creation and there are 4 forms for benefit and distract. In this way, if you should not only learn a word and you should also learn the forms of a words. In this way you can improve your vocabulary. And you see students, there is 6 strategy. It is you can improve your vocabulary by learning synonyms and antonyms. Synonyms are similar words, antonyms are opposite words. Example, I will give you only 2 examples, though you can see many examples on the board. And let us take a word called new, and the synonym for new is new found, new pristine, untried, trendy. And there is another word called vocabulary. Short form of vocabulary is vocab, and it has many synonyms like lexis, lexicon, mental lexicon, dialect, word list, slanguage, cant, language, etc. Students, you can also update your vocabulary or improve your vocabulary by knowing antonyms. For example, let us take a word called decrease. Everybody knows the meaning of decrease, and let me tell you opposite words of decrease are grow, escalate, soar, augment, increase, etc. And there is another antonym, another word, increase. Increase is opposite of decrease, and let's know the opposite words of increase: drop, diminish, dwarf, wane, minify, ebb, slash. Children, you can learn language by learning homonyms, homophones and homographs. So this topic you can find it in 9th class. Homonyms are pronounced and spelled same but have different meaning. Example, drink can be used as noun, which means beverage. Drink can also be used as verb, which is to drink something. Similarly with mind, class, fair. You see students, now let's know about homophones. Homo is same, phone is pronunciation. So homophones are with same pronunciation but differ in meaning and spelling. Example, some, no, right, none. SYM, some, everybody knows. Some means a little amount, and SEM, some may be mathematical sum. In this way, pronunciation is same but different in meaning and spelling. HGs are homographs. Homographs are spelled same but differ in meaning and sound. I would like to give one example for homograph. You see students, READ, read. It can also be pronounced as read, and it has different meaning. LEAD, lead. LED also lead. So LEAD, lead is a metal. LED, lead is a verb to lead the way. Children, there are fascinating derivations. For example, you can learn language when you know these fascinating derivations. You see students, sometimes words are derived from names. Boycott is derived from land agent boycott, who collected high rents from Irish farmer, and farmers boycotted him, or farmers protested against him, and thereby a new word boycott is coined. And sadist from Mark D. Sade. You see, galvanism is from Louis Galvani, and there is a phrase galvanized into action is jumped into action. Sandwiches took name from Earl of Sandwich, and there are other examples for fascinating derivations. And approach vocabulary via jargon, and jargon is specific terms of a profession or trade, and there may be technical jargon like software, hardware, programmer, browser, scientific jargon, invention, test, microbes, corona, COVID-19, etc., film jargon, dubbing, screenplay, graphic studio, or else sports jargon, track, goal, free kick, service, volley. In this way you can find interesting subject or interesting area or interesting topic and learn words. So if you approach vocabulary via jargon or profession, it's always interesting. Children, reduplication is double delight. Words can be formed through repetition of sounds. Example, exact duplication, chop chop, tom tom, tata, yum yum. That is repetition of first part and second part. Second is ablat. Ablat is same consonant but vowel is changed. For example, dilly, dally, hip hop, riff raff, ting tong. Rhyming, words can also be formed by rhyming duplications, itsy, itty bitty, itsy bitsy, slim jim, nitwit, etc. English is replete, incomplete without these playful coordination. Let's come to conclusion or suggestions. Children, you see, you need to play a lot of word games, and you need to work on puzzles and scrambles, matching pictures with words. These are the best ways in order to improve your vocabulary. You may also use audio visual aids, like you can get exposure to English language by listening news and watching films, especially with subtitles, and in this way you can learn pronunciation and also usage of language. And thirdly and more importantly, read for pleasure and read at leisure. You can grow your vocabulary horizontally and vertically. You can feel proud. Children, you can also learn idioms and find other ways that works with you. Assignment. Children, I would like to give you a small assignment. You may write synonyms of 3 words: student, study, think. You may take help of thesaurus or dictionary. You can also write antonyms of general, divide, interesting. Further, third assignment is write definition of homonyms, homophones, homographs with 4 examples each. And for further information you may contact harinderreddy69@gmail.com. Dear children, you can write my contact and you can air your views or for further information. With this, I thank everybody for listening to my tele class, and this is my maiden class, and I thank TSAT and also Secretary of the Gurukulam Tribal Welfare for giving me this opportunity. I thank everybody for listening me out, and I hope this helps in your life. Thank you children, thank you teachers, and thank you everybody.